Beautiful, and welcome to Mondays with Maury, with me, Maury Ellington of Morph. Transform into you, where I help you feel safe and seen in your body. If this is the first time you're watching me live, welcome to my world. I'm so happy that you're here. And if this is the first time you're catching me live, welcome. If you're watching this already for a while, I'm really happy that you came back and that you're here. So today in America, we have Memorial Day celebration. I don't think it's a celebration. It's to remember all the people that sacrificed their life in order for us to be able to live in this world, in this country. And coming from Israel, we celebrate Memorial Day in April. And this day is always so emotional because there's so many people out there really sacrificing their bodies and sacrificing their life so we can live the way we live, so we can live safely, so we can be free in our land. But I woke up this morning and with this big message in my head about sacrifice. And so I'm going to share with you my biggest take on that. Sacrifice, self-sacrifice, is not the language of God. It's not the language of the universe. It's not the language of oneness. Sacrifice is everywhere you selflessly give up parts of who you are. But when you look at the world selfless, it's less of you. And the more pieces and bits of you cut off in order to fit in order to maintain this reality, the less of you there is. And so we've gotten to this notion that we need to sacrifice our body, we need to sacrifice our thoughts, we need to sacrifice our emotions, we need to sacrifice our knowing, we need to sacrifice our thoughts, feelings, emotions in order to fit in order to make other people feel good. And it's a selfless motive. But the message I got here was that we are godly, that we are the greatest source of light on our planet. And the more bits and pieces of us we cut off and let go of, the less of God we bring into the world, the less of the light and the love we are here to share. Because if you keep cutting pieces and pieces of you out, what is going to be left of you? And you are here for a reason. Your gifts, your light, your love, your talents, it's all here to be shared with the world. But we are in this notion that the less of us we are, the more we are to give. And excuse me, but that's a pretty big mindfuck. So, what can you do to sacrifice less of you and be more of you? And by being more of you, actually being a bigger contribution to the world. How much of you have you cut off and sacrifice in order to maintain this reality the way it is, thinking that that's the way to contribute? When it's the opposite, the more of you there is to contribute, the more contribution you could be and do. The more of you sacrifice, the less of you there is. And so we've gotten to this notion, and this fake notion, that being separated from you, being separated from your power, is actually the biggest gift, when in reality it's the opposite. Because the more separated you are, the easier you are to control. The more separated you are, the more disconnected you are. The more separated you are, the more depressed you are, the more anxiety you have. Your body is on high alert. Your immune system is shot. Your nervous system goes crazy. Can you imagine having a car and then taking away a wheel? That's not going to work so great. And then we're going to take away the exhaust, and it's going to get all stuck up, and then we're not going to put oil. It's not going to be able to move. Well, that's exactly what you're doing to you and to your body when you sacrifice these key components of who you are. And then you are expected to keep showing up and to be happy and to keep being there, where half of you is gone and missing because you've sacrificed it for the greater good. Well, if you give your wheel, if your friend has a flat tire and you give your friend the wheel from your car and now your car has no wheel, are you really contributing? Is his car going to work any better? Not really, because it's not the right wheel. Is your car going to work? No, because you can't really drive on 3 wheels. I mean, you could try, but it's probably not going to work. And so this is the point. The more of you there is to give and to share from a whole place, from all of you, from whole of you, the more you can give and contribute. Not from a victim place. When you sacrifice, you're always in lack. You're always in victim mode. And we victimize the victim. But in reality, if you could just be you, all of you, and you didn't have to sacrifice your knowing, your truth, your awareness, you will be able to contribute and create so much more for the world. So I am, one, really grateful for all the people that have sacrificed their body and their life to create this land that I live on in a free way as much as possible. But I also want to let you know that you don't have to sacrifice anymore. Bring more awareness to you, to the things that you are sacrificing. Tune into your body and ask your body, what have I sacrificed? What parts of me have I sacrificed and let go of that I would love to bring back? And start asking yourself, what am I sacrificing here? And is it really going to make the contribution that I desire to create, or is it going to create the opposite? Because if you are sacrificing parts of you that you aren't aligned with sacrifice, you know those people that give you a gift that you didn't ask for, and then they don't really want it, and so they're not really thankful for it, and you get very hurt that they didn't appreciate your gift? Well, it's the same when you sacrifice. Who's asking you to sacrifice? What sacrifice are you doing, and for who? Did anybody actually ask you to do it for them? Are you doing it for yourself? What are the voices in the back telling you that you should sacrifice? Whatever it is that you're sacrificing, a lot of us sacrifice our bodies, our self-care, our soul care, our time, our energy. So start paying attention. What are you sacrificing every day? And instead of sacrificing, switch it up to, how can I contribute to me and to the world? What if we stepped out of sacrifice and into contribution? And what if you being you is the biggest contribution that you can be? And what if you could create the biggest change on our planet by being you? So thank you for listening. I hope this brought some awareness for you. I actually have this whole download written down, and it really explains a little bit deeper. So tune into the post I'm going to be sharing the next couple of days. I'm going to kind of break it down into little bits and pieces so you can read and get more awareness about this. But I want to ask you this. What have you sacrificed the most? What have you sacrificed the most? Where is it stopping you? Where is it blocking you? And are you willing to bring it back? Thank you for listening. I adore you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on Friday.